Friends, good morning. As you know, we are doing chapter executive and its subtopic president, and we have already done the powers and functions of president. Powers we have already done executive power, legislative power, judicial power, and emergency power. Uh, so now we are doing the last discretionary power. Discretionary power, it means the power which can be used by the president freely. Okay, all of you know that in India there is parliamentary system, and in parliamentary system president is the nominal head. It means the powers are given to the president, but the president cannot use that powers, because his powers used by the prime minister and the council of minister. Okay, so today we are going to start the discretionary power. It means the power um, which can be used by the president in real sense. Okay, not nominal, in real sense. On the basis of the discussion, can we infer that the president has no discretionary power under any circumstances? Then it will be incorrect, because president has three discretionary powers. Okay, and the president has a right to informed of all important matter and deliberation of the council of minister, and the prime minister is obliged to furnish all the information that the president may call for. It means the president can ask the council of minister and the prime minister what is going on in the parliament, and what the policies are they are making this type of, and the prime minister uh, oblige all these questions. The prime minister give answer to all his questions. Okay, beside this, there are at least three situations where the president can exercise the power using his or her own discretion. Discretion का मतलब कि it means the power used by the president in the real sense, that the president can take decision by his own, अपनी मर्जी से decision ले सकता है. In the first place, we have already noted that the president can we are doing the first discretion power of the president. Okay, and now I am starting. President can send back the advice given by the council of minister and ask the council to reconsider the decision. All of you know that the president has the right to take suggestion from council of minister. It up to the president वो उसको माने या ना माने. Okay, but the president can send back if the suggestion, if the advice given by the council of minister is not suitable to president, then president can send back the advice to council of minister and ask the council of minister to please check it again. Okay, in doing this, the president act on his or her own discretion. By doing this, the president can use his real power. The president can use his power freely. That I am not agree with your advice, then please check it again. When the president thinks that the advice has certain flaws and legal lacunae, or that it is not in the best interest of the country, the president can ask the council to reconsider the decision. If the president feel that the advice given by the council of ministers is not according to constitution, or not and that advice is not for the welfare of the people, then president can send it back, and the same advice, and the president would then be bounded by that advice. But if council of minister resend it without any correction, then president is bound to accept it. Okay, फिर उसको माननी पड़ती है अगर वो council of ministers को दोबारा भेज दे. Such a request by a president to reconsider the decision would naturally carry a lot of weight if all of you know that if president is saying that it is not good, please check it again, then everybody will check it and will do changes in that bill or that advice. Okay, so this is one of the way in which the president can act in his own discretion. First क्या था, the president can send back to send back the advice given by the council of minister and ask the council of minister to recheck or reconsider it. Okay, secondly, the president also has veto power by which he can withhold or refuse to give assent to bill. It means veto power, special power. Okay, passed by the parliament. Every bill passed by the parliament goes to the president for his assent before it becomes a law. When bill presented in the Lok Sabha, it passed in the first house, then it passed in the second house. Okay, then it sent to the president of India. Okay, the president can send the bill back to the parliament asking it to reconsider bill. President can send this bill back to reconsider it if the president is not satisfied with that bill. This veto power is limited because if the president passes the same bill again and send it back to the president, then the president has to give assent to that bill. But if the president send the bill to council of minister, the council of minister check the bill and send same bill again, then the president has to give consent on that bill. However, there is no mention in the constitution about the time limit in which the president must send the bill back for reconsideration. This means that the president can just keep the bill pending with him without any time limit. Okay, because no time limit is given for this, for how much time the president can check a bill. Okay, this gives the president an informal power to use the veto power in a very effective manner. This is somehow referred as the pocket veto. It means the president can keep that bill in his pocket. You can learn like this, pocket veto. Okay, and the third kind of discretion arises more out of political circumstances. Formally, the president appoints the prime minister of the majority in the Lok Sabha, but sometimes no party gets the majority, then the president uses discretion power and then the president uses discretion power to appoint the prime minister of India. Now we are starting. Then the third kind of discretion arises more out of the political circumstances. Formally, the president appoints the prime minister. Normally, in the parliamentary system, a leader who has the support of majority in the Lok Sabha. It means the party who got the majority in Lok Sabha, the leader of that party will be elected as the prime minister of India. Okay, जिस पार्टी को लोकसभा में मेजोरिटी मिलती है, that party got the leader of that party becomes the prime minister of India. But imagine a situation when after an election होता है, no leader has a clear majority in the Lok Sabha. But sometime this type of situation may be arise when no party gets a clear majority. Okay, then the president uses discretion power and appoints the prime minister by his own, and the president appoint that person who can run the government effectively. Okay, in such a situation the president has to use his own discretion in judging who really may have the support of the majority or who can actually form and run the government. Since in 1989 major political changes have considerably increased the importance of the presidential office. In the four parliamentary election held from 1989 to 1998, no single party, there was a time in Indian politics from 1989 to 1998, no single party got majority in the Lok Sabha. Okay, these situation demanded presidential intervention. Then the president interfere. Okay, and either in order to constitute government or to grant a request for dissolution of Lok Sabha by a prime minister who could not prove majority in the house. It may thus be said that presidential discretion is related to political condition. There is greater scope for presidential assertiveness when government are not stable and coalition occupy power. Coalition means coalition government is that government when dear student, when no party got majority, and then some party get together, कुछ parties इकट्ठी हो जाती है and they make a government, that is coalition government. For the most part, the president is a formal power holder and a ceremonial head of the nation. All of you know that president is a formal head. Formal head means the power is given to him, but he is not using his power. And a ceremonial head of the nation, it means ceremony wise he is the head of the nation. You may wonder why then we need a president. आपके दिमाग में ये बात आ सकती है कि why we need a president if all the powers of the president are using by the prime minister, then why we need president? In a parliament system, the council of ministers is dependent on the support of the majority in the legislature. Okay, this also means that the council of ministers may be removed at any time and a new council of ministers will have to be put in place. Because in parliamentary system, people were the real common people are the real heroes, real rulers, because they are electing the government, and council of minister is always depend on the support of majority in legislature. Council of minister always remain because council of minister have the support in Lok Sabha. Okay, this also means that the council of minister may be removed at any time because it is his council of minister is not stable. If there is no support, no confidence in them, if there is a no confidence motion against him and that no confidence motion passed, then council of minister has to resign देना पड़ता है. Okay, such a situation requires a head of the state who has a fixed term, who may be empowered to appoint the prime minister and who may symbolically represent the entire country. तो बेटा काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर इज़ नॉट स्टेबल, कभी भी खराब गिर सकती है, कभी भी सरकार ख़त्म हो सकती है. एट दैट टाइम वी रिक्वायर अ हेड, हमें एक हेड चाहिए. द हेड who appoint the next prime minister, who appoints the next government. Okay, this is exactly the role of the president in ordinary situation. Besides, when no party has a clear majority, the president has the additional responsibility of making a choice and appointing the prime minister to run the government of a country. So today we have done the discretionary power of the president. Three types. First, president can send back the advice given by the council of minister and ask the council of minister to reconsider it. Second, the president has the veto power. The veto power of which the president can check the bill for reconsideration whenever he wants, the time he wants. But president the president can check a bill for 14 days, but no time is mentioned in the constitution. Okay, next, third is when there is a no majority party in Lok Sabha, then the prime minister will be appointed by the president discretion. Okay, now what we have done in this chapter, first of all we are doing executive chapter. Next, executive क्या होती है? A body of perform that looks after the implementation of rules and regulation in actual practice. It means the head of the institution, that is the executive. Okay, types of executive we have done: parliamentary, semi-presidential and presidential. Parliamentary में head of the state is usually known as the prime minister. Head of the state is government. In this actual way means head of the state is president, head of the government is prime minister, but the president is nominal and his power is used by the prime minister of India if there is parliamentary. Semi-presidential system has the president as the head of the state, as the prime minister as the head of the government. Okay. Presidential, where the president is the supreme power. Examples for different types of executive. Presidential system in which countries? USA and Brazil. Parliamentary system, United Kingdom, India, Germany, Italy, Japan. And semi-presidential system, France, Russia, Sri Lanka. India adopted parliamentary system of government. All of you know that. Why India adopted this system? Because India's constitution makers were familiar with this system because Indian administration was running before independence according to that 1919 or 1935, and so they were familiar with the system. Second, in parliamentary government, the government is a responsible government for its doings, so that they adopted this type of government, prevent despotism. They did not want to give the power in a single hand, so they appointed parliamentary government. Indian executive, we have done this also. At national level, president, prime minister, council of ministers, civil. At state level, governor, chief minister, council of ministers, civil servant. President of India, we are doing now. Ceremonial head of the state, indirectly elected by president is not elected by us, it is elected by those who are elected by us. Indirectly elected and electoral college consists of MPs and MLAs, and term of office is 5 years. Discretionary power of the president. President can take the independent decision in 3 occasions. Okay? Discretionary power in which the president can take the independent decisions. First, president can send back the advice given by the council of ministers for reconsideration. Okay, and the council of ministers can send back the advice with or without change, and president would then be bound by that advice. Okay, president can withhold or refuse to give assent or to bill, नहीं भी मना भी कर सकता है, और the president can check the bill for reconsideration. The parliament can pass the same bill again with or without changes and send it for assent of the president. Then president has to give assent on that bill. Okay. Pocket veto means president can just keep the bill pending with him without any time limit. It means the president can is not bound for 14 days. Okay. Appointment of prime minister in a hung parliament. Hung parliament when no party got clear majority, that is hung parliament. If no party gets a clear majority in Lok Sabha, president has to use his own discretion in judging who really have the support of majority or who can actually form and run the government. Okay. So today we have completed the function and powers of the president of India. Okay.